Alright, let's dive into this because I've got some thoughts. So Brighton's got this new spot called Regency Square Suites, and it's being hyped as the perfect stay for girls' trips and family getaways. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is how it's trying to solve a classic Brighton dilemma. Do you go for a hotel with all the frills, or do you risk an Airbnb and hope for the best? This place seems to be saying, why not both? It's self-catering, but with interiors that feel like a five-star hotel. I mean, beige, blues, greens, it's all very chic, and they've even got local touches like cabinetry and the white company toiletries. What this really suggests is that they're trying to appeal to people who want independence but don't want to sacrifice luxury. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. They've got these different apartment setups, and each one feels like it's tailored to a specific vibe. There's a basement apartment designed for bridal parties, which, honestly, sounds like a genius move. I mean, who doesn't want a glam dorm-style room with a makeup station for the big day? But here's the thing, it's also family-friendly. That duality is smart. It's like they're saying, we've got something for everyone, and that's a tough balance to pull off. Location-wise, it's right opposite the I-360, which is a big plus if you're into iconic views. But here's my take, the walk from the train station is a bit of a downside. It's 15 minutes through some less than scenic parts of the city. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a common issue with Brighton stays, you're either central but cramped or spacious but a bit out of the way. This place seems to be banking on the fact that the views and interiors will make up for it. Now, let's talk about the self-catering aspect. They've got kitchens stocked with bird and blend teas, grind coffee, and even cocktail bars in some apartments. What many people don't realize is that this kind of setup can actually save you money, especially if you're traveling in a group. Eating out in Brighton can add up fast, so having the option to whip up your own meals or cocktails is a game changer. Plus, they've partnered with Antipasto by the Sea for platters, which sounds like a great middle ground if you don't want to cook but still want to stay in. One thing that immediately stands out is the sleep quality. Hypnos mattresses, soft pillows, and duvets, it sounds like they've nailed the comfort factor. But here's a detail I find fascinating, the green lights above the beds. Apparently, they're linked to alarms, and light sleepers might find them distracting. It's a small thing, but it raises a deeper question. How much should design prioritize function over aesthetics? Personally, I think it's a trade-off, but it's something to keep in mind if you're super sensitive to light. Value-wise, it's an 8/10, which is solid. But here's my perspective, if you're comparing it to the Grand, Brighton's only 5-star hotel, you might find that the Grand's revamped rooms are cheaper during peak season. Plus, there's no 2-night minimum stay there. So if you're just looking for a quick getaway, Regency Square Suites might not be the best bang for your buck. What makes this really interesting, though, is how it fits into the bigger trend of hybrid accommodations. It's not quite a hotel, not quite an Airbnb, but somewhere in between. In my opinion, this is where the travel industry is heading. People want flexibility, luxury, and a bit of local flavor, all without breaking the bank. Regency Square Suites seems to be tapping into that, and I think that's why it's getting so much attention. So here's my closing thought, is this the future of travel stays? Personally, I think it's a step in that direction. It's not perfect, the walk from the station and the green lights are minor hiccups, but it's a strong contender for anyone looking for something unique in Brighton. What do you guys think? Would you stay here, or do you prefer the traditional hotel experience? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your take.